Hey, Carl, did Thomas get you guys? Okay.
All right, gang, everybody out there, can you hear me okay? Thumbs up. Yeah. All right, good. I just wrapped up the first class here, so we'll jump into this one. Before we get going too far here, first of all, any questions or concerns you've had with some of the modules up to this point? No? Any concerns? Okay. I'll try to throw that out there every once in a while. Just if you have questions, feel free to contact me whenever. But certainly welcome to ask in this situation here as well. All right. I wanted to see, just make sure I got everybody here. I'm just going to go by names here. Mason here?
Here.
All right. Brad?
Here.
Nick, I saw. Marcus, I think I saw. Elazar, I think I saw. Yep. Cameron?
Here.
All right, good. Kennedy, I think I saw. Yep. Julian, he contacted me. Is Dylan here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yep. Noah saw. Alicia. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Brandon, I saw. Where'd he go?
Here.
Yeah, Brandon.
Yeah,
Okay.
here.
Okay. Jalil.
Here.
Okay. And Tafe is here. And Haley. Yep. All right, gotcha. All right, great. All right, a couple of things here. First of all, upcoming schedule, just make sure we're all on the same page. I like to touch base here. This week, we got the live Zoom today, and then Module 7 is due at the end of class tomorrow, and Module 8 is due at the end of class on Thursday. So make sure you do those two modules, and then we're going to do another live Zoom on Friday. All right, and the Friday one, I need everybody here for that one. All right, so make sure you get everybody here on Friday for the live Zoom. And here's why. This coming weekend, I'm going to ask all of you, you're going to partner with someone else. We're going to do our first live role play. All right, you're going to do a role play with someone else in the class. And I'll get into that assignment here in a little bit, but you need to find a time that you can do that role play with that person. You're going to do it via Zoom, and you're going to record it. And then you're going to upload that recording so that I can see it, and then one other student is going to be able to watch it. I'll go through a little more the details here later, but that's what's going to happen over the weekend. You have until 2:45, the end of class on Monday, to complete that video. All right. If you want to wait, everyone should be available during class time on Monday, but my suggestion would be to record that sometime prior to that. So anytime after Friday's class, anytime Saturday, Sunday, if you want to do it at 2 a.m., that's fine. but you decide with your partner when would be a good time to record that, and you're going to execute the role play. Typically, these role plays should last between, I'd say, 6 to 10 minutes. Most of them fit in that window, so you may want to put, say, 15 minutes aside. And I'll get into more details on that at the end of class here. I'll go over the assignment, but just giving you a heads up, that's going to be due on Monday next week. So you got to find a time to schedule that. And then on Tuesday, we're going to have another live Zoom. We'll talk a little bit about the role plays. And then we have Sarah Daniel is the Vice President of Ticket Sales for the Carolina Hurricanes. Sarah agreed to come on Zoom with us here. She's got awesome experience. She's been with the Detroit Red Wings, the Detroit Pistons. She worked in the NBA team office for a little while before moving to Raleigh here and working for the Hurricanes. So she's going to talk a little bit about how sales works in their office, how they hire, how they train, what are some of the kinds of things they do. I hope you have some really good questions for her. And in fact, I'm going to ask you before she presents to submit at least one good question for Sarah to talk about during that Zoom session. But I think you're really going to enjoy hearing from Sarah. She also, by the way, there aren't nearly enough female vice presidents for major league teams, but Sarah's one that has done exactly that. So maybe for some of you, particularly the women in the class, great role model. She's done a really excellent job there. So I want you to have some good questions for Sarah a week from today when we have her on a Zoom. I also wanted to mention real quick, some of you have been struggling with the VoiceThread email or getting on the VoiceThread here. I did hear back from them, and this is what I was told. We'll see if this helps any of you or not. Sorry, let me just pull that up here real quick. Here it is. This is what VoiceThread sent back to me. They said that you need to sign into Sakai when you do the VoiceThreads and get the link from the VoiceThread in Sakai. Don't go to voicethread.com on your own. I'm guessing all of you do that anyway, but that's what they just recommended. They also suggest using either Chrome or Firefox as your browser. So if some of you are having trouble and have been using a different browser, try to use Chrome or Firefox. They also suggested going to voicethread.com and making sure your browser has cookies enabled for VoiceThread. And if you go to voicethread.com, you can search that and they'll explain to you how to make sure that's happening. All right. So I know some of you have been sending me emails, or I get a little notice when you try to get into the VoiceThread and you can't access it or you can't leave a comment. I'll try to approve those as fast as I can, but sometimes I'm just not by my phone or computer. So hopefully that if you take the enable of the cookies in VoiceThread, maybe that'll fix the problem. So anyway, a couple of housekeeping things there. All right, here's what I want you to do right now. Pull up on your computer, open Sakai on your computer screen there. So you have access to it there. And in Sakai, under the resources tab, there's two documents I want you to download onto your computer. Just open them up so that you have them there. We're going to reference them in just a little bit. The first one is called Setting Appointment Role Plays. So if you can find that under the Resources tab in Sakai, Setting Appointment Role Plays and Role Play Partners. All right, you guys able to download those or see those on your screen there? All right, give me a thumbs up if you have it. All right, getting there. Good. All right, so make sure you have those. We're going to reference those in just a second, so just put those aside. All right, what I did want to do here first is, before we get to those, a lot of you turn in your opening scripts, and I asked you to either print those out or access those. If you don't have it in front of you, maybe you can pull that off of Sakai too under the Assignments tab, but hopefully you have that in front of you. Grab your opening script, and we're going to try these out a little bit. Let's see how they sound. So, Mason, we're going to start with you. You got your opening script there?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. All right, great. Here's what I want you to do. You're going to turn your video off, leave your audio on, but turn the video off. I always find that when we do these, if you can replicate more of a phone call rather than a video call, it tends to be a little easier at first. So Mason's going to call me, and I'm going to answer, and he's going to go through his opening script. The rest of you, I want you to listen for a second, and let's see what we think of Mason's opening script here. All right, Mason, when you're ready, just say ring, ring.
All right, ring, ring.
Hello.
Hi, Nels. My name is Mason Lawrence, and I'm with the front office of the San Antonio Spurs. It's great to speak with you, and I wanted to thank you for supporting the San Antonio Spurs. If you don't mind, Nels, I'd like to ask you a few questions and figure out which one of our ticket packages works best for you and could help you save some money. Is this a good time to talk?
Kind of busy right now. Can we do this a little bit later?
Yeah, for sure. Can I get a time that works best for you?
All right, good. All right, I'm going to stop you right there, Mason. What do you think? Nick, what did you think of Mason's call here? Oh, you're still on mute there, Nick. Give me something positive.
I was just saying, I thought it was a pretty good job. He made it personable, used your first name. And when you said now's not a good time, he started to set up like getting information about when would be a good time for you.
Okay, good follow up there. Mason, I loved the very beginning. I thought using my name and you sounded enthusiastic. That very first sentence was excellent. By the end of your opening script, I thought it sounded a little like you were reading it versus having a conversation with me. So we want to work a little bit on like voice inflection there and a little extra pause there. But I thought the very first sentence was excellent. What problem does Mason run into when he asks me if I can talk now? Brad, what's everyone going to say when you ask me that?
They'll just jump to no, so they don't have to talk.
All right. I'm automatically going to go to I don't have time. I tend to, some teams say go ahead and ask that. Most teams suggest kind of avoiding that. They'll tell you if they are not going to talk, you'll know pretty quickly. But giving them the out, I tend to try to just steer away from that and instead jump straight into those questions here. All right, good. Tafe, why don't you give me your opening script here? You got it there in front of you? Turn your video off and your audio on. And give me a call. Say ring, ring when you're ready.
Wait, were you talking to me?
Yep.
Okay. Right.
Yep. You got your script there. When you're ready, turn your video off and your audio on and give me a call. And the rest of you, let's listen in and see what you think. Still got it? There you go. Give me a ring, ring when you're ready.
Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hello, Nels. My name is Tapwater from the UNC Athletic Department. Firstly, I would like to reach out and hope you and your loved ones are safe during this pandemic. We here at Carolina Athletics want to send out our love to everyone part of the Tar Heel family. I wanted to reach out to connect with you and help you finding great deals for
Right, hold up 1 second, Top. I'm going to put you on pause there. What do you guys think so far? Alazar, what's your take?
Yeah, he made it personable by mentioning your first name in the beginning. And he also talked about the current situation with the pandemic to make it like reasonable.
Yep. That was relatively personal there, but I'm telling you, you're getting a little too wordy for me. All right. If you don't get me in the next, in the first 6-7 seconds, I'm probably hanging up or moving on. All right. So I appreciate you showing that you care about me, but we need to get to that hook a little bit faster here. Why are you giving me a call? All right. And UNC Athletics, and give me some sort of reason why I should hang on to that call there. What is a reason that I should hang on to this call? Cameron, what do you think? What's a reason why I should stick around for this call?
Like a reason that he gave you, or
just any reason.
If he's like personable and he like used your name, so that's a reason.
Okay, personal connection, definitely. What else? What could be another reason why? I agree with that. What's another reason why? Kennedy, what's another reason why I should stay on this call? Oh, you're on mute there, Kenny.
I think you should stay on this call because it's very personable, and just out of respect, give him some time to allow him to talk to you.
Okay. You're all appealing to me. You're assuming I'm a nice guy. All right. What if I'm not? All right. Give me also some sort of benefit here. We got a great deal put together. We got something really exciting planned, but I just want to find out a little bit more about your past experience with UNC Athletics or with Charlotte Hornets or whatever it is that you're calling about. But give me a little bit of a hook of why I should keep listening. All right. I'm trying to gather some feedback from fans to make their experience better. Some kind of a little bit of a hook there that's going to catch me. Good. All right. And great job using first name, Tav. I appreciate that. I think that was the way to go. All right. You're going to hop back on video here. Remember when we use these opening scripts, use that first name, I say probably 3 or 4 times. All right. In that opening script, make sure we're bringing the enthusiasm. I know it's hard. It's probably not very fun, but we got to make it sound fun. We're selling fun. So if we can't have fun on the call, then we're going to lose a lot of people pretty quickly. All right, make sure we have that enthusiasm, and then be ready with those first couple of questions pretty quickly, and get the prospect involved in talking to us. All right. I would script it out the first couple times, but make sure you know where you want to pause. Use a pause after my name. Hey, Nels. How's it? You don't want to say how's it going, but hey, Nels, this is Brandon calling from the Cincinnati Bengals. All right, leave that pause after my name and leave a pause after the team name, because those are things that are going to catch my attention, and then have that specific call to action there. All right, here's what we're going to do now. We're going to change paths a little bit here and go from B to C calls, which is what these opening scripts that you just wrote are, to B to B calls. How do we open that call? What's the problem when we go to a B2B call? What's going to happen when we make that B2B call there? Jalil, what's going to happen when we do the B2B call? Who are we going to get a hold of? You're still on mute there, Jalil. You with me?
Hello? You said the B2B call?
Yeah. Who are we going to talk to?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yep, I got you now. Oh, looks like we're losing Jalil here. I'm just going to pick on Haley. Help them out here a little bit. When we make the B2C call, we're getting that customer. When we make the B2B call, who are we probably going to get that first call?
The gatekeeper.
All right, we're going to get the gatekeeper. All right, that person that's in charge of the appointment setting and who kind of oversees the schedule for the decision maker. All right, so we have to have a strategy for how we're going to deal with that gatekeeper. What are we going to say to them? What's going to happen? So here's what I want you to do. If you go to those documents I had you download or look at here, there's one called Setting Appointment Role Plays. So pull that up on your screen, and you should see there's 3. We're going to be selling for the Charlotte Hornets. There's 3 sales rep roles on that screen. So you're going to have 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to put you in groups of 3. And you decide we'll go with oldest person in your group goes first. So you decide in your group or figure out in your group who's the oldest among you. That person's going to go first. They're going to play the role of a salesperson, and they're going to call a business. But on the business end, a gatekeeper is going to pick up the phone. And so we're going to carry out the conversation between the sales rep and the gatekeeper. The second oldest person, you look at page 2 where it says gatekeepers. And you can see kind of the role that you're supposed to play. When you're the sales rep, don't look at the gatekeeper role. That just makes it more confusing. Just look at your sales rep role until you've already talked to the gatekeeper. All right. So I'm going to put you in groups. What I want you to do right now while I'm splitting you up, think about how you're going to open this call. In fact, I would probably write it down. You're calling a business. How are you going to open this call? What are you going to say? What are they going to want to hear? All right. I think for this, we're the Charlotte Hornets. We're looking at Charlotte Hornets tickets for business. So think about it right now. What are you going to say to that gatekeeper? I'm going to put you in groups and put you in breakout rooms, and we're going to play that interaction out a little bit. Oldest person goes first. All right. So think about what you do while I put you in groups.
Did you find it?
Yeah, I got
Who's the oldest?
I think I am.
I don't think it's me.
it.
I think I am. I'm pretty sure it's me.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Brandon probably has this. So, Brandon, you're going to start calling this business. So kind of think about what you want to say there. And who's second oldest here? Haley or Marcus?
I'm turning 21 in July.
Okay. I guess it's
How
me.
old are you?
21. I just turned.
All right. So
Okay.
Marcus, you're going second here. So you're playing, Marcus, you're playing Gatekeeper 1. Brandon, you're playing Salesperson 1. Okay.
All right.
All right, I'm going to join the other group. You guys practice. Oh, by the way, Haley, your job is to observe and coach through them because we're going to rotate. Everyone's going to get a chance, but you're going to just take some notes and make some suggestions after their conversation.
Okay.
Make sense? Okay.
All right.
Appreciate it.
All right. Now I'm supposed to be Bill. All right.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey, Bill, I know you're pretty busy, but I just wanted to let you know I'm a season ticket representative for the Charlotte Hornets, and we have some great packages that could help boost your sales and keep your employees happy.
I'm actually really busy.
Hold on 1 second, Cameron. All right, Dylan.
Yeah.
You eventually got to some great business incentives here, but it took you like 2 hours to get there. All right.
Yeah.
Let's lead off with that. All right.
Okay.
I'm calling from the Charlotte Hornets, and we have some really great business incentives here that I think could really help your business. It's driving sales for some of your competitors, and we really want to see if we can help you out as well.
Yes, sir.
10 minutes for appointment. All right. Try it again.
Yes. All right. Hey, Bill, or I guess we're going to Bill.
Hello.
Hey, Bill, this is Dylan Rady with the Charlotte Hornets. We've got some great business incentives here. If you look into our ticket packages, that could really help y'all retain some employees as well as get some new clients.
I'm actually really busy right now. Is there any way you could call back in a few months, like after July 31st?
If you just have a couple minutes of if I could just have a couple minutes of your time, I'd really like to let you know about these business incentives.
All right. Pause for 1 second. Kennedy, help Dylan out here for a second. What do you think he could do? He got a tough objection here. Bill said, hey, I'm really busy. Just maybe 2 months down the line, hit me back then.
Right. I think he can start off. He's doing a good job by starting it off. I think he can start off more by just saying what he wants to accomplish, what he's trying to sell right off the bat.
Okay. Talk a little bit about business solutions, although I wouldn't go too far because you're not going to sell. What's the number one goal of this call, by the way?
Set up an appointment.
An appointment. That's all you want. Just give me 10 minutes. All right. Yeah. But I would reference some of your other customers or maybe some of Bill's competitors. We've been able to help a lot of other ones. I want to get this program working for you as fast as possible. Because I know I see that you're advertising, for hiring positions. We want to get you some new employees here. If you just give me 10 minutes here, I'll keep it really short, but I think this is a program that's really set up well for you.
Okay.
That kind of approach. That makes sense? And then
Yes,
maybe
sir.
throw out an exact time.
Yeah,
I'm going to keep it short. How about 8 a.m. next Tuesday?
I guess, yeah, I get kind of caught up because I'm like, I don't know what I'm actually, like, I don't know any of the ticket packages I'm selling, but I guess that's not until the appointment anyways, so.
Exactly. You're exactly right there. Don't worry about what you're selling because you don't know, but that's not important right now. It's about business solutions.
Yeah.
All right. Don't get consumed with tickets. Get consumed with helping his business.
Okay.
All right. Rotate. Make sure someone else gets a turn here.
All right.
Would be that interested in buying tickets. Maybe I can leave your number or you can send something over to the office.
When does Susan typically have her lunch break?
She usually spends from 12:30 to 1 going on lunch.
Okay. That sounds good. Maybe I'll try another time and reach out to her, but I thank you for your time and I look forward to talking to you again.
Okay, thank you.
All
Have
right.
a good one.
Taff, what do you think?
I thought it was pretty good.
Yep.
I think obviously if they don't really want to talk, you can't really do too much other than try to find a time that would really work if it genuinely is that person is busy. And I thought, I don't know if you were here at the start, he relayed what the call was without going too much in detail, and he was personable. So I thought it was pretty good.
Okay, good. Mason, what kind of got you stuck there a little bit?
I didn't really have something planned for the answer that Brad gave me, so I had to ad-lib that part.
Okay, what did Brad? Oh, Brad said Susan wouldn't really be interested in tickets. All right, when you hear that, we want to get the focus away from tickets and towards a business solution. All right, so
Okay.
I would, when you hear that, I don't think she'd really be interested in tickets. We're not interested in selling you tickets. We're interested in creating business solutions for your company. And actually, I've already worked with about 2 of your competitors, and both of them have seen, you know, 15% growth in their new customers just by using our program. And if you can just give me 10 minutes to explain it to you, I think you're really going to like what we have to hear. But if it doesn't make sense, then we'll call it a day. But I just need 10 minutes of your time.
Okay.
That makes
That
sense.
sounds good.
We really want to get that. All we want is that appointment. Don't try to sell anything over the phone here. Just give us that chance for that appointment. All right, rotate. Make sure everyone gets a chance here.
Usually,
What is it? How did you hear you?
Okay, so I'll be the gatekeeper 3.
Say what?
you're the sales rep this time, Jalil.
Yeah.
All right, I got you. Hold on, let me read it. I think I'm a better gatekeeper than salesperson.
You're destined for a career in secretarial work.
Best secretary of all time.
All right, let's give it a shot, Jalil. Just give it a try here. We'll help you out.
Okay.
Start with ring ring.
Ring ring.
Hello, this is THR Architects. Who's speaking?
Hey, this is Jalil Taylor here at the Charlotte Hornets account executives. I'm calling to try to set an appointment with Greg Thomas. We have a lot to offer dealing with businesses.
Right, hang on one second, Jalil. I'm gonna give you a piece of advice right now.
Yes, sir.
Don't get into any extras. All you want to do is say, what was the decision maker's name? Greg.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Greg,
ask the gatekeeper,
Greg.
is Greg available? All right, act like
Is
you know
Greg
who Greg
available?
is and see if it. Now she's probably going to pull up some objections, but who knows? Maybe she just says, yeah, he's in. I'll patch you through. All right, so just
Yes.
keep it simple. Don't try to sell her because she's not going to help you out right at this moment.
Gotcha.
So try it one more time. Just ask her
Start over.
right away for the appointment.
Okay. Ring ring.
Hello.
Hey, this is Jalil Taylor here with the Charlotte Hornets account execs. Is Greg Thompson available?
Can I ask what you're calling about?
I have a lot to offer about the well, actually, I seen one of the employees leave a business card with the Meet the Hornets event at the Charlotte Mall. So we had some things to offer about business, and yeah, I'm not good at this.
That's all right. It's tricky at first. Nick, what do you think we could do here?
The first thing I noticed. The first thing I noticed was that I would have just used the first name instead of using the full name, because when you use like the full name, it sounds less formal. Whereas if you use like just is Greg available, the gatekeeper might be like, oh, this must be like a close friend. I'll patch you right through. So
yep, good.
That'd be suggest.
That's excellent. Yeah, I totally use that first name. Jalil, what extra piece of information do you know about this company based on the role you have?
that they the part where they left the business card at the Meet the Hornets event?
Yep. So you know that some employee at this company went to a Hornets event and left their business card. So there's someone working at that company that likes going to Hornets. All right. So I would probably play that up a little bit. Hey, I got some information from one of your employees, Michelle, and it sounds like we have a program that would be a great fit for your business. And I'd really love to talk to Greg for like 10 minutes just to try to see if this is a fit for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
See how that, and we don't get into tickets, we don't get into basketball. We're just talking about helping your employees out. Now, when Alicia says, well, what's this pertaining to? We got a great program. It's actually worked for a lot of other companies, and I think this would be a really good fit for you guys as well. But I need 10 minutes with Greg just to kind of go over it with him. And if he doesn't like it, no big deal. We'll move on. But I think he's going to really appreciate what we have.
Would I say something about like competitive companies, like companies that are competing with this company? Would that help?
I think that's great. Say that you've helped other competitors or other clients that are very similar to yours. We've actually been able to increase their business by 15%. So I think this is a program that'd be a great fit for you as well. As soon as you mention those kind of things, that makes me as a gatekeeper say, well, I bet you my boss would like to hear this because it seems like it's working for other people. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So I would play off those a little bit. All right. Hey, this is tough. This is hard to do the first go around. It just takes a lot of practice here, but we're giving it our first shot. So I'm going to bring everybody back to the main room here. So let me just figure that out, and we'll see you guys back there in a second, okay?
Okay.
All right, get everyone back here. How did it go? Would you rate the call as great, so-so, or not so good? The one you listened to. All right, kind of iffy. I don't expect them to be great. It's tough the first time you do this. I also will say it's pretty awkward. Number one, we're on video, so that whole thing is kind of weird. But two, the first time we do these role plays, we don't feel really comfortable about it. So we just have to practice it. There's not a whole lot I can say to you that will make you better instantly. We just got to keep practicing and rehearsing here. What's the number one goal of this call? Number one thing we're trying to accomplish. Noah, what do we want to get out of this call?
I would say obviously the main goal is to sell the tickets, but I would say establish a relationship.
Two good guesses, but they're both wrong.
Dang it.
Someone help them out. Good guess though. Marcus, what's the number one goal of this call?
Get an appointment.
Get an appointment. All right. Above everything else, all we want is that as soon as we start trying to sell on this call, it's going to bomb. All we want is 10 minutes with the decision maker. All right. So keep that focus in mind. Some of you started getting caught up in explaining why this was going to be a great success and all the great attributes of the product. That's not going to work on this first call. Just the appointment. That's all we want. All right. Couple of you sounded like we were giving you a root canal while we had to go through this process. I know this isn't fun. It's not enjoyable, but you got to show some enthusiasm or some excitement. If you're not selling excitement right now, they're not going to buy it. All right. So we have to have some enthusiasm and excitement there. When we get to what benefits, they're going to ask you at some point, you know, what's this pertaining to? Why are you calling? We have to give them a really positive business-related reason why. All right, we want to help their business. We want to drive revenue. We want to increase their customers. Whatever it is, give something and use references, right, or testimonials. Other people have had a lot of success with our program, and we thought it'd be a great fit for you. Also, by the way, when we're setting an appointment, one, you want to keep it short. All right, it's only going to be 10 minutes. And two, we're not asking for a commitment. If you don't like what you hear in our conversation, that's fine. We'll move on. But I really think we've seen a lot of other of your competitors have a lot of success with this program. We'd love to share it with you as well. All right. So we want to kind of go that direction with it. If you do get close to setting an appointment, you throw out the time and date. Right? Don't say let's meet next week sometime or let's meet in a couple of weeks. No, I'm going to be in your part of town on Tuesday next week. How's 8 a.m.? All right. If they don't like that time, they'll let you know. But if you don't throw a specific time, they're going to be wishy-washy about when the appointment's going to be as well, and you're never going to get to that concrete time. So throw in a specific time in there. All right. What else was challenging? What's something that was tricky or you ran into a problem with the call? Elzar, what's something that might have come up in your call that you watched or your own call that was a little bit tricky?
Playing the gatekeeper.
Yeah, how so?
It's just you don't know what to say at first.
All right, yeah, it's weird. And on this weekend, you're going to play the role of a business decision maker. That's also going to be kind of awkward. You got to try to think about what that person would be like, but I get that we don't normally play that role. Here's why I like doing this. By putting yourself in the role of a gatekeeper or in the role of a decision maker, it's forcing you to think about, well, what would a person in that situation say? Right? Which makes you then realize, all right, here are the kinds of things I need to say to move the conversation forward. What was Alicia, what's one other thing that was tricky about this conversation?
It was hard to try and keep them interested without giving away too much.
All right. Yeah. And that's where I totally agree with you. That can be a real challenge. What's really beneficial then is using those testimonials. We've helped other businesses or we've helped your competitors. We'd love to give you the same opportunity. All right. So you don't get into real specifics, but we're giving you a very, very valid reason why you probably want to meet with us. All right. It's tough. It's tough the first couple of times doing it, but we'll get better at it. So last part of our session today here, I want to make sure you're ready for on the weekend. You're going to be recording a sales conversation with someone else in class. All right. It's going to be a B2B situation. So you're selling to a business and you're going to have to, this is now you've made the appointment. So you're going to reenact the actual appointment. And if we were doing this in class, I would have you meet with them face to face. But since we're not, we're going to do it via video. The salesperson is going to enter the conversation, video conversation with the prospect, and you're going to introduce yourself and give a little bit of a reason why you're there today. And then you're going to ask a lot of needs assessment questions. Gather some data from that decision maker. Decision maker is going to give you some valuable intel, and then you're going to pitch the product that matches what they're giving us. And we're going to talk a little bit about that in our module tomorrow. But you're going to work on making that pitch. They're probably going to raise some objections, which I'm going to give to you. And you have to overcome those objections, which is something you're going to work on also for tomorrow and Thursday. And then you're going to try to close them over in that particular conversation. All right. How long does that sales conversation last? Well, what have you been promising them? Cameron, how long is that conversation going to be?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. All right. So your role play conversation shouldn't be more than 10 minutes. Most students, when they do this, it's between 6 and 10 minutes, somewhere in that range. All right. So here's what I want you to do right now. Pull up the other document I had you get from Sakai, the role play partners document. Everybody see that in front of them there? And find your name on the left-hand side, in the left-hand column. All right. So what you're going to do is you're going to contact the person in the middle column that's on your same role. So Alazar, you're going to contact Haley. All right. And that's who you're going to do your role play with. So Alazar, you're going to be a salesperson. Haley's going to be a prospect. All right. She's going to be the decision maker in that organization. You have to set the time that you guys are going to meet and set up a Zoom meeting for that conversation. All right. So sometime after this call here, Alazar, sometime this week, you should send an email to Haley saying, hey, I'm available Saturday, Sunday, Monday, whatever time it is. Can we do our Zoom call at that time? And then plan out that call. You set up the Zoom and you don't forget to record it. All right. You need to record the call and then you're going to submit that recording to us so I can watch it and so someone else in class can watch it. And in fact, who is going to watch that? Matthew Flint is going to watch that, and he's going to give you his evaluation of the call, and I'm going to give you my evaluation of the call. So in the next couple days, find the person that's in the middle column on your row and send them a message saying, hey, when can we set up an appointment to talk to you? All right. You're also going to be receiving one of those too. So make sure you help your classmate out there. If you can't find their email address on Outlook, you can go into Sakai under messages and write a message to them via Sakai and send it as well. All right. So find that person that you're supposed to partner with and choose a time. You can, I wouldn't do it any earlier than 3 o'clock on Friday. All right. Because we're going to go over some more details on Friday. The latest you can do it is 2:45 on Monday, somewhere in that window. Everyone should be available between 1:15 and 2:45 on Monday because this is the only thing I have on the schedule. But if you can do it earlier than that, if you could do it on Saturday or Sunday, I actually would appreciate it if you could post it a little bit earlier if at all possible. All right. What are you going to be selling? Any ideas? We're going to sell Carolina Hurricanes tickets. All right. So you may want to, in the next couple of days, I'll post their season ticket page link on Sakai, but you're going to want to go to their webpage and learn a little bit about their inventory. What kind of packages do they sell? How much they cost? What benefits? Learn some of that, because when you meet this decision maker on the weekend, that's what you're going to be selling. All right. The rest of it, I will give you more details on Friday about this assignment. I'll give you more details on the decision maker. I'll give you some objections. But right now, in the next couple of days, make sure you set that appointment so that the two of you have a time that you both can meet. All right. Does that make sense? Any questions or concerns? Oh, one more thing. If you go to Sakai under the resources tab, there's also a document called the sales meeting evaluation form. That's what I use and what your classmate is going to use to evaluate your performance. So if I were you, I'd probably pull that up and just kind of look, well, what kind of things are they going to be looking at? And that should all be spelled out there, the kinds of things that they're going to be evaluating you on. So those are things I'd want to make sure I do before I go into this meeting. Okay. Any other questions or concerns? Nope. All right. You got module 7 tomorrow, module 8 on Thursday, and then we'll meet again live Zoom on Friday to go over this assignment a little bit more and talk about closing. Okay. All right. Nice job, you guys. We'll see you next time.